The views expressed on this episode, as with all episodes of We Hate Your Baby Daddy, are based solely on our personal opinions and shit we heard in the streets.
The content here should not be taken as indisputable fact. This show is for entertainment purposes only, so enjoy and don't come for us.
Do not let anybody tell you that home ownership is like something that you should strive
Bitch,
for or like a goal.
the house that I was in, I was paying to own it. So when raccoons broke through my fucking roof, I had to pay for that shit. I was mad. I know exactly the problem.
Raccoons? Oh shit.
Pennsylvania, we're in the middle of the woods.
Welcome back to another episode of We Hate Your Baby Daddy with Bree and D. And we were talking about
home ownership.
Listen, I bought a house. I was so excited. It was 2020. I was like, there's nothing else to do. Let me just buy a house. Dumbest. If I could go back in time and just start screaming at my past self, no, you dumb bitch, rent forever. Like, and I know I'm being a little bit dramatic because it's a nice house, don't get me wrong. But it's like one minor inconvenience or one thing goes wrong, and then suddenly I'm like, I fucking hate that shit. I'm going to sell it. I'm going to give it back to Truist Bank.
Like so she said, like I saw her update and I was like, yeah, that shit would like people would be like, oh, that's so sad. Like, no, bitch, like I know that thing that would ruin your fucking months, not your week.
Bro, my gutter fell off the house. This is what happened. This was Friday. Drunky Crashy comes to pick up our daughter, and the door opens, and the fucking gutter falls off the goddamn house. I was like, what the fuck? And we were all just looking at each other. Even my daughter was looking like, what just happened? I was like, fix it. He was like, I can't because I don't have a vehicle that I could transport my ladder on. And also it's too high. Like, you need like a professional. I was like, know what to do. So I just kind of didn't think about it for 3 days because I was out running the streets. I went to a party and that was fun. But then Monday hit, which is today. And I was like, man, I don't know what to do. So I called my dad and I don't know, if you heard that episode where my mom my mom submitted a story about her baby daddy. Like, me and him have not had a very close relationship, but I was just like, I just don't know what to do. I'm at the end of my rope. I'm stressed. I'm freaking out. And I was like, Dad, do you have a ladder I can borrow? My gutter fell off. He was like, Bree, you cannot climb up there and reattach the gutter. I'm like, I don't know what to do, Dad. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke. Like, Chappelle.
I'm about to throw up. I'm sorry. This is just such a grown woman thing to laugh at.
I know. I think it was karma because if you guys listen to our bonus episodes, I've been kind of horrible lately, but I stopped. Now I'm like on the straight and narrow, trying to like get my life right with Christ.
God smite it.
God was like, if you're gonna do what you're doing, I'm gonna take your fucking gutter. Ripped it right off my shit. And it didn't even fall all the way down. Gutter. It's hanging.
At least it was your fucking gutter and not like a sewage problem. Because I had sewage issues, and I would much rather have my fucking gutter fall off than the sewage issue.
It could be so much worse. I remember one time my dryer broke, and I was like, bro, like, why me? But I did end up fixing it myself, and I felt like Bob the fucking Builder. I was so happy, but I can't fix this one.
A broken fucking nail trying to like unclog the sink today, and it ruined my day. As you can see, it hurt so bad. I was snaking the drain.
We're just girls, like we weren't put on this earth to be handy.
And it's like, I don't know, but it's like, I don't know. I guess it's just like the woman in me. But every time I have to do something that's more than a little bit of labor, I bitch the entire time. I'm like, oh, this motherfucking bullshit. I can't believe I have to do this. I'm a woman. I shouldn't have to do this. And I know
I don't cry very often.
Going crazy.
I don't cry very often, but like that made me want to cry. I felt so defeated. Everyone saw that gutter just fall the fuck off, and I'm like, my HOA is probably gonna bitch at me if they see it. So I'm like really trying to get it fixed fast. Hopefully, my dad really does come through tomorrow, like he said. So we'll see. But
At least your
fuck.
dad comes through. Everybody's just like, well, I don't know, figure it out. Like I call my brother and he's got like a fucking 5-6 hour time difference. So I call him at like 3 in the morning his time. I'm like, I don't know what to do with the toilet. He's like, what?
What is he gonna do? Doesn't he live on the West Coast?
Yes. They need help. I'm your little sister. He's still a Philly boy at
Oh
heart, so he'll
shit.
be like, man, this some bullshit.
You're the only one who can make me laugh about this situation. I'm so stressed every time I go outside, which isn't often. But when I do, when I see that gutter hanging, because it didn't fall all the way off, it's hanging. It looks so goddamn ghetto. Oh shit.
That's why I said I feel Kamala Harris so bad because like I just in any situation I just break out into hysterical laughter at just like the impossibility of how bad things are. It's just like, are you
Like,
fucking
what are the
kidding?
fucking odds, man? Like, why
My gutter
me? And
bitch.
then I was like, my god, my whole fucking front top gutter, bitch, really?
The beginning of this
God
episode
was like,
came in with me explaining to Bree how like in Philly, she was like raccoons. And I'm like, I'm trying to explain to her like, yeah, I'm in Philly, but Philly is surrounded by woods. Like it's Pennsylvania, and I forget the part. I think the Sylvania part.
there's Amish.
It's
The
woods. There's
Sylvania
yeah,
part.
it means woods. It means just nothing but woods. So there's deer, there's possums, there's fucking chipmunks, and they're all around me. There's bunnies and shit. I saw bunny tracks in the back of my yard once. I'm like, I don't, and I'm in the hood, so I don't understand that. So in my previous home, I had raccoons like break into my fucking roof. And I was renting to own, so I had to pay for the roof. And I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my god.
And it was like illegal to fucking like trap them, but the SPCA wouldn't come out. So like I was in a bind and I was about to shoot them, but they wouldn't let me like let off a gun in a neighborhood. I mean, in the middle of PA they would
Bitch,
let you
I'm
do it.
sorry. You were gonna shoot the bunny?
I was gonna shoot a raccoon. I hate raccoons. Like if
Oh,
you
the
do it to
raccoon.
them, I
Okay,
hate
yeah,
them.
that's different.
They're like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
they're
live right
so
next to the
cute. They
woods.
have hands. I'm like, they carry 20 different diseases that have no cure.
I
They are
saw a
just
fucking beaver. There's like a meadow behind my house. I saw it was like a beaver or something, and I was like, oh shit, I need to get a picture of this. I went to my phone, I came back, it was
Aw.
gone. I was like,
You guys
no, it
get
was not
beavers?
off.
We get fucking groundhogs. We get whistle pigs.
We get groundhogs. I mean, it's Virginia. Like, all that shit. Groundhogs, possums, raccoons, deer, like all manner of shit. But I'd never seen a fucking beaver. Or at least I thought it was a beaver. I could be wrong, but it looked like a beaver. I never seen
We're,
one before, so I don't know.
we're between two rivers, so we see beaver, but they're only near the river. But we see groundhogs like a lot, just like in the hood, just chilling. Don't fuck with them. They got spunk.
Oh, hell no. It's like you see one, you're going to see 6 more weeks of winter.
Yeah, they just chill. Like they'll like stand up, and I'm like, oh, that's a
Oh, no, sit back down.
yeah. They
What's going on
scream
in your
too.
life?
Oh, PCS. He texted me, but like he was like, I asked you about visitation, but you're like mad at me. I'm like, I don't feel anything towards you. I'm like, what are you talking about? Remember when he was like cursing me out the last time? Like, or he wasn't even
Yeah.
really cursing me out. He was just getting like sassy ass, like really sweet
He
in the
basically
ass.
called you an uppity Negro.
Yeah, I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? He was like, oh, good on your grammar. I'm like, because I'm speaking a full sentence. I'm sorry you're not used to that in your home. But yeah, I speak full English.
Oh,
I'm
bitch.
sorry. Yeah, anyway. He was just like, "Well, you were mad at me and you were I'm like, "No, I'm not." I'm like, "Just tell me the days that you wanna see her and you can see her." I'm like, "You keep consistently canceling, and that hurts her feelings because she's a person and she realizes what is going on." And like I said, he's going back and forth. He's just being a little bitch. And I'm just like, I just flat out said it now because I'm tired of like beating around the bush. I'm like, you're putting a lot of your feelings and your hurt into this when you really need to focus on your daughter. Stop focusing on me and just spare me. Like, spare
Got
me.
him.
I'm so tired of this. Stop. Leave me alone. Leave me out of it, nigga. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about you, your life, anything. Like, you have a whole I don't know what your situation is because you won't even admit that that's your wife to me. But you have a whole you're living with a woman. What is it with me? I
Fucking
don't
baby
get
daddy
it.
bullshit, man.
I don't
I'd have
get
a
it.
similar conversation with Junkie Crashy.
I don't get it. Like it's making me sick. But like it's not even the thing. It's been like it's been almost 4 years now. I'm just like I don't. There's no going back. I'm not going back and forth with you because I feel nothing for you. Like, like when you feel a little bit for a guy and you see him with a woman, you feel like that twang in your heart.
Yeah, like, oh,
I feel like I felt like a
but no.
blossom of happiness. It felt like I passed a curse on to someone else. Like I passed Ramsey's curse on to someone else. Like I returned the slab. That's how I felt when I saw him with another woman. I was like, oh my God, it passed. It's not me anymore. Like I felt the scarabs leave my body and inhabit someone else. That's how I felt.
Not the
I don't
scarabs, but
yes, the scarabs. Like I've
now when I first saw Junkie Crashy with another woman, remember I was just confused. I was like, is that my twin? Like,
Oh
who
yeah, your
is this?
doppelganger?
I was so confused. That's all I felt was confusion. I had to do the dash. I was like, get out of here. Never, never imagined that he would be out here just like finding my lookalikes to date.
He
That
did
was
that
bizarre.
once when we were on a break, but like I don't think he could pull another doppelganger like me again. He's rotted, so he's gotta scrape
Uh,
the barrel.
yeah, I mean, Junkie Crashy, all the stuff that he has been doing in all his life is like finally catching up to him. So he's not as attractive to me as he was. But I don't know. Girls around here be desperate, so he's like walking around with all this baggage, and they're just like, "Ooh, I can fix him." And I'm like, you know what? Good luck.
He still has appeal. That's
I guess
hilarious.
so. He pulled another baddie. I mean, that girl was cute. She looked just like
He
me,
was. He was. I felt bad for her. She even looked confused because she made like that side eye contact
right?
with you. She was like, what the fuck?
She's like, "What's happening?"
He's like, I guess I'll see it through. I don't know. That's hilarious though. It's like even when like PCS was like at his peak when he was really, really like handsome, even people were like, I don't you guys still were a mismatch. I remember like posting him in the group chat. They were just like, ew,
You were
kind
like,
of.
"What the fuck?" I remember the first time I saw a picture of him, I was doing a triple take.
Yeah, everybody was like, ew.
And then you posted the original, and remember everybody's like, he used to look like that? Like, he used to look like a model.
Yeah, I was just like, that's what reeled me in. Like my sister would see him, she's like, okay, Hollister. And then he just stopped eating protein and didn't wear his contacts and just gave up on his
Bitch.
hair and shriveled. He withered.
He became a true party city skeleton.
Yo, do you see like my Instagram stories? Every time I post him, everybody in my
Like,
DMs is so mad. They're like, stop posting that nigga, ew. You're jump scaring me.
oh man. You guys, I just wanted to give a big thank you to our subscribers. Like, it shows when people renew, and a lot of you guys keep renewing. You want to hear about our like stripper stories and all the ratchet shit that we be doing, like behind the scenes. And I don't mind sharing it. It's fun. I love it.
Do
So
you
thanks
guys
for
want to
subscribing.
stripper stories too? Because I was actually going through like my memories in my old phone, and I just found like my favorite customer, and it was just me and him sitting down with a big plate of spaghetti.
Your customers were always feeding you.
They just liked it. I didn't understand. It was either feeding me, or it was like, take your shoes off. You're gonna eat a plate of spaghetti, and I'm gonna watch. I'm like,
Nope.
Yes.
Okay. Love it. And, if you have been listening to us this long, leave a 5-star review or buy some merch with t-shirts and stuff. You can find like all the links to everything in our episode descriptions. Every episode description has our subscription link, it has our merch link. So, while you're in there leaving us a review, click on something, support our show. We want to keep it going forever. And also, advertisers. We have our pre roll, mid roll, post roll ads. So if you can hear this and your customers can hear it too. So reach out. And that being said, let's get into Bradley fucking Cooper. I mean,
Sadly, Pooper, as you said.
sadly, Cooper. Wait, so when we do the notes, we name all the shows something silly. So like last time, D named Hulk Hogan Cunt Mania. So I've been saying that all week since then. Cunt
Like,
Mania.
it pops up on our phones. It'll just be like, oh, I got something from Brie or D. It'll just be like, Hot Mania. Who the
Sadly,
fuck sent me from
Tustin
a
Jimberlake.
professional email? I was like, what the fuck? Oh, God forbid we ever have a document leak.
Oh my god. You know what? We would have to be like, we said what we said.
Just stand 10
But
toes down.
stand on business. Man, when I was researching Bradley Cooper, I mean, so the reason why I wanted to do him is because he said something that really pissed me the fuck off. And now I want to talk about it. So let's get into the episode.
Let's go.
All right. So about Bradley Cooper. So his early life is like fairly fucking uninteresting. He was born on January 5th, 1975. He's 49 years old. And guess where he's from, guys? He's from Philly, like D.
Ew. I want to see what section. Hold on so I can properly drag him.
Yeah, you look that up and then you let me know. So he got his first acting role in 1999. He actually played one of Carrie's boyfriends in an episode of Sex and the City. It was that episode called They Shoot Single People, Don't They? Where like they were all single at the same time. And it was just a really small part in one episode. And then after that, he joined like an acting program to learn how to act. And for some reason, he got really popular. And I'm like, when I was researching the stuff for this episode, I was like, he's really giving Nick Cannon, because how did he get famous? Like, he was in The Hangover, which The Hangover was a funny movie. He wasn't that funny or good in The Hangover, like in it, but that really launched his career. And now he is one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood. And I'm just like, how? How and why?
Okay, I'm back. I see where he's from, and I'm ready to drag him if you're ready. But
Kensington?
no, ew. Even then, I would be like, oh, you're
Strawberry
real.
Mansion.
No, he's not even a fucking Philadelphian. He's from fucking Abington. He's from Montgomery County.
Oh.
He's a fake
So he
Philadelphian.
just claims Philly.
Yeah, he's like from the suburbs, and not even like a good suburb. He fucking
He's
grew
probably
up
never
in
seen a needle in his
Kensington.
life.
Yeah. I mean, at least if you could say Delco, it's like, oh, you're kind of dirty. You're like near Delco. It's like you're gritty, but you're not. You're from Abington. Ew, nigga.
Poser. So, anywho, now he is one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood. I'm like, that's just fucking crazy, because he's not that good. I mean, listen, I did not like Silver Linings Playbook. It was not that good. That was a weird movie. Argue with your mama. Like, I don't know.
You
Didn't it
like
win, like,
it?
I did not. I thought it was weird. Like,
I related to it only because I spent a lot of time in Delco and I had a similar meltdown in that same diner, same subject matter. I'm not allowed in that diner anymore. The Lanark Diner? Yeah.
I just thought it was weird. It was like these two people, something's obviously wrong with them, but they're not really addressing what the problem is. So it was just like watching two people just run around like having issues. I don't know. I just was not a fan.
Yeah, that was me at PCS. That was it.
That's how you guys were.
Yeah, even like down to watching like Eagles games. It's just like his parents like woo, and we're in the back just like fuck you, no fuck you.
um Also, like, A Star is Born, like Lady Gaga was like acting circles around him, singing circles around him. Like, I just feel like he's just there. Sorry, I just don't think Bradley Cooper's a very good actor, but we're not here to talk about that.
He's very wooden. Like I understand what you say with like Silver Linings Playbook. Like he played the role of a over medicated bipolar person very well. Like that dude's on Seroquel, and they really really upped his dose because he's just sitting there looking in the distance.
He's a method actor. um, One thing I found interesting about Bradley Cooper when I was researching this, so it's an interesting like commonality that these people have. Alec Baldwin, Brad Pitt, like, I mean, so many of them that we've talked about. He had an addiction problem. He was an alcoholic, and he claims that he quit entirely drugs and alcohol in 2004. He said he was at a party and he smashed his head into a concrete floor multiple times. He wanted to show people how tough he is. And so he did it once. He's like, yeah. And then he did it twice. And then he had to go to the hospital and get stitches.
Rachel wasn't alcohol. He was in a K hole. Like what?
Yo, so I'm like, somebody who does that shit, like, to themselves, like, you did that intentionally. You did it the first time. You're like, let's do it a second time. You're fucking crazy. And he got into therapy, and I guess.
And you know what? I'm going to stack on top of this. He's not a real Philadelphian white boy because your first thing wouldn't be alcohol. You're reaching for the needle. Let's be real.
Yeah.
No real white boy from Philadelphia has substance abuse issues. They're like, oh, I grabbed the bottle. Nah, we're going straight to H. Come on.
Let's ride the white horse into the sunset all the way, baby.
My bones hurt, not my head.
Yo, so he says that he's stayed sober since 2004, and I'm like, that's interesting, and we'll find out why as we go on, like, his behavior. We'll get into it.
Let's go. Okay. I'm sorry, I was just researching on his substance abuse. You still call him a poser because he's like, oh, I was addicted to alcohol and cocaine. I'm just like, oh, a Hollywood special? You fucking poser. Anyway.
Boring.
Womp womp. So his baby daddy career. He only has one baby mama like so far. And how do you say this? Irina Shayk. And she's like a Russian model. And they were together from April 2015 to June 2019. And their daughter was born in March 2017, which is kind of pathetic. But yeah. He was
I
married.
forgot to include her name, but it's Leah.
What, Leah?
That's the
That's
daughter's
the
name,
daughter?
Leah. Yeah, Leah.
Does he have his name or her name?
That's a good question. I think it's his name. Let's see.
Okay. Because that's a baby mama, so he didn't marry her, so I gotta make sure.
Right, yeah, she has his name.
Okay. So he was married once to Jennifer Esposito. They divorced after only 4 months, so he must have been fucking insufferable. And he also dated celebrities like Renee Zellweger, Zoe Saldana, J-Lo, and Suki Waterhouse, and a bunch of other short relationships because he sucks, and it seems like nobody can tolerate him. Like, not even Hollywood people, just for the publicity. And now
Right.
he's dating fucking Gigi Hadid. I wish I didn't know that. Since 2023. She's 20 years his junior.
He just like became just like every other gross old Hollywood actor. Like, so pathetic.
Poor Gigi.
He's
Ew.
49.
Like, it's just like Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, that's so gross. Like, Leo dated Gigi too when she was 25?
She sure did.
You know what?
And I'm
I
like,
want to drag Zayn Malik too, because for some reason he moved to Pennsylvania as well, and they're just preying on her. What is with that?
yeah, I'm like, Hollywood is so fucking gross. Like, the older actors out there keep fucking the younger ones. So everyone is like, what's the term? Eskimo cousins. Like, they're all fucking each other. Like, I mean, look, Leonardo DiCaprio and Bradley Cooper are freaking related through this because, like, just
Ew.
date people your own age. They're probably bringing like retro Hollywood diseases to the dating scene. Like, it's so gross.
Have you ever had syphilis? Well, now you do. I'll be so pissed if I got syphilis. That's such an old timey disease. Like, how do you even come up to your doctor with that? It's just like, I got syphilis. Like, she would be like, what the fuck did you do? Who did you do? How?
Don't worry about it.
I'm just like, please just give me the penicillin and don't ask me any more questions. I'm embarrassed myself. But yeah, that's his baby. He's got one baby, one baby mama, and a bunch of broken relationships
So
and a
far.
relationship now with a 25-year-old.
Oh, she's 29, but still, like,
29? Those says
it's
she was 25.
she was 25 when Leonardo DiCaprio dated her.
Oh, ew. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
even worse.
Oh, wait, that was her expiration date. No wonder I got confused.
Right, Leo, he throws them out when they're 25. I wish he had kids so I could fucking go in on his ass. I can't stand that, man.
You can have like a little segment. We have to have like a celebrity gossip segment because Leonardo DiCaprio is just like something is dark sided about that guy. It's just like there's like there would be okay if it was like one or two. It's just like maybe it just didn't work out. But if you keep recycling girlfriends until they turn 25, I'm going to be like, okay, maybe this guy has like a cover up for something.
And people just giggle about it and laugh, like, oh, he's just a crusty old man dating young women because he's rich. Oh, it's fun. It's not. It's weird. It's weird.
He's like an agent of bloat too. He looks horrible.
Oh, he looks
He
like
experienced
complete
twink
shit.
death.
Oh, his twink death was severe.
Do you think that would happen to PCS? Did he have
Twink
twink death?
death?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Oh
except he
my
didn't get
God.
fat though. That's the thing. Usually, like Leo's got this big old gut. That's the only
Maybe
thing
it's
that's
like
different.
coming when he turns like 40, but I think he had twink death. Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen Bradley Hoover lately?
I'm sorry. I'm just like coming to the realization that my baby dad is a twink, but hold on. Hold on.
He
I'm
was
holding onto my bed.
something else. He's something else now.
Oh no. Wait, I have to look up Bradley Cooper. What does he look like now?
He's just like gray. Like he's gone completely like white and gray. And he used to, have like brown hair, brown facial hair. Now he's just all white.
You know,
He
you
looks
would kind of
old and
see him
terrible.
from the distance if you go to like the games in Philly, because he claims to be from Philly and he definitely isn't. So stop claiming my city and you're not from there. Oh, ill. He's got like a buzz cut going on. That made my stomach hurt. I wish you didn't make me.
Yeah, it's not a cute look.
He looks
And
like
like
a
he was like the
shrew.
he was like the world's sexiest man in People magazine, and I'm like, I just don't see the appeal. Like he just looks like your average white guy you would see at the bar.
No, have you looked at a shrew before? Like the little animal?
The animal.
Yeah, he looks like a
Let me
shrew
Google.
with like a crew
Let me
cut.
Google it. Let me Google it real quick. Ah, shit. He does look like a little shrew. No, shrews are cute. That's a cute little thing.
Yeah. So those are his baby daddies. Well, let's go on to him being a piece of shit. Bree, take it away.
Oh, before we jump into that, so something about Gigi Hadid, like she was in a really abusive relationship with her baby daddy, Zayn Malik. And so I feel like old men like Bradley Cooper and Leonardo DiCaprio who don't want anything serious, like they take advantage of them. And one thing I thought it was like, so she comes from money, like the Hadids are rich and she has her own money. She was modeling and doing whatever. And so it's really like no one is immune, like to being like preyed upon by like old men. And that just really fucking grossed me out. Like he has a daughter of his own. Would you want some ancient grizzled old man like like dating your kid? No, but these men don't care. And it just really grosses me the fuck out. But back on so about him being a piece of shit. The reason why I wanted to do this episode is because Bradley Cooper went on a podcast recently and he was giving an interview and he said the following about his infant daughter. And I'm quoting him directly. He said, "The first 8 months, I'm like, I don't even know if I really love the kid. That's my experience. Fascinated by it, love taking care of it. But would I die if someone came in with a gun? It's only been a couple of months. She could be an a-hole."
It.
It. Love taking care of it.
It.
But would I die if someone came in with a gun?
Oh, so he's a fucking sociopath.
And people were celebrating him for his honesty. But let a mom going through PPD, which I had PPD horribly, and let a mom say some shit like that and then see how she gets treated. But no, he basically was like, well, if somebody came in and fucking murdered her, I'd be relieved. Like, that's basically what that meant. Kind of. That's how I'm interpreting it. It was weird. It was fucking weird. I remember when he came out, I sent it to you, and I was like, he's going on the list. Like, we keep a list, like a list of people we want to roast in our notes app, a shared notes app, and I'm like, I added him right on there. I was like, I don't know much about him, but I'm gonna find out just so I can talk shit about him.
Celebrated for his honesty is insane because it's just like what men, because men don't. I'm confused because it's just like why are men so like adamant about being like, oh god, I fucking hate my kid, but it's just like you do like 10% of the work. You don't even like it's just like just what make sure the kid doesn't fall face forward. And they're like, "Oh my god, you're taking over my life, dude." Like I
All
don't
you have to do as a man is just be there. No one expects anything of you. Nobody, like, people celebrate men for doing the bare minimum. And this is what you go out there and say about your kid? And people are like, oh, so honest.
that's just psychopath. Like that doesn't even make any sense. Like that kid still came from your body. Like I don't understand that. Like you don't even have to have a womb to like love a kid.
I
I don't
get like a woman having postpartum depression, struggling to, connect with their child. That happens all the time for women. But you didn't push anything out. Like, what is your problem, Bradley Cooper? I wanted to
you have
fight him when I heard
job
that.
in the fucking world. Like you have the easy street. You have no hormonal changes. All you have to do is just kind of be present and be there. Hold the kid sometimes. Your boobs don't hurt. Your ass isn't split apart and covered in stitches. Like I'm just kind of blown. I don't really have anything to say. I'm just kind of blown back, and it kind of makes me scared of leaving kids around men. Honestly,
I feel the exact same way. And I'm like, with all the women that he goes through, I'm like, no wonder he can't keep a fucking relationship. Like, who would want to be with somebody who would say such a thing? And if you watch that podcast episode, he's like laughing about it, like it's funny. It's not funny. What's wrong with you?
I mean, if a man feels that way about his own child, I don't know what it is with women that like kind of date guys like that, but it's just like if he feels that way about his own child, he feels that like a way about you like so much worse because like you're bending over for him. So like now you're just an object that he can just splooge in. But oh my, my
And I'm
eyes
like,
are
guys
actually
like him,
stressed. I can't comprehend that. I don't have the brain chemistry to comprehend from to like even comprehend from where he's coming from. I can't. It does not compute.
I can't relate. I cannot relate at all. I loved my kid. The minute I realized I was pregnant, and I was like, "Oh my god, look at a little baby!" And then she popped out, and I was like, "It was the happiest day of my fucking life." He's talking about, "Oh, I love taking care of it." Like, that is a human person that you brought into this world, and you didn't have to. It was a choice that you made. Stupid.
Like, bitch, I don't even call my cat an it. Like, what
Right.
are you talking about? We use she, her for her.
She has human pronouns or sentient being pronouns, not inanimate object pronouns.
8 months of my cat. Like, imagine if somebody came with a gun. I think I would. Yeah, 8 months of knowing my cat, raising
You
her
would go
as
John
a
Wick.
kitten. Yeah, I think I would throw my body, cover her with my body because I wouldn't want her to get shot. I just can't imagine that level of like not having that. Empathy.
Exactly. I feel the same way about my dog. Like I raised her from puppyhood. I can't imagine being like, oh, like take care of it. But if would I die from like what?
Bitch, I would crumple. I think my like you know how they say
I would die actually.
like you know how they say like medically like you're like if you just go through a loss that's so bad like your heart just gives up. That's what would happen. My heart would
Yeah.
just explode.
It's like we're just normal people, I guess. I don't know. He's crazy. That's a crazy thing to say about your child.
And that's just, I mean, that it is also just sinking into me too. Like this is just kind of like making my body have chills. It's just that it was widely celebrated. It's just like there's other guys out there that are like, yeah, dude, I relate, and I'm just like, holy shit, we're surrounded by these. They're not people.
Right, because
They're not people.
I I don't think I've ever heard a man just say that with his chest. Like I just basically did not give a shit about my kid. But then he goes on to say that you're like, well, she's since grown on me. Like basically, I'm like, dude.
I know, and I have done this. If I fall asleep for too long, I think my dad gets kind of panicked because he thinks that I'm going to die in my sleep. I think. So I don't. I just can't imagine that. Like if I go too long without sleeping, he's like, oh shit.
Oh, my dad. I feel like he would, if something happened to me, he would be the last person to find out, and then he'd be like, "Oh shit, that sucks." Anyway,
He's the African.
my dad's a Bradley Cooper type of dad.
I mean, to be fair, we
Um,
can even it out. My mom found out something bad happened. She'd be like, "Well, good." What?
yeah, your mom's a bitch.
She's like, "Mom,
Um,
I got assaulted the other day." Well, what did you do to him? I walked in front of him.
you slut shouldn't have done that.
How dare you make eyes at people? I'm sorry, I made eye contact.
Oh man, but Bradley Cooper, I'm like, I can see why he ended up dating a much younger woman, 20 years his junior, because someone like her would not realize just how much of a piece of shit that he is for saying something like that about his own child. And she's a young mother herself. She's obviously gone through a lot, and women like that kind of tend to gravitate towards older men. Um,
You know what? I'm gonna double up on the Gigi Hadid. Gigi Hadid came from really shitty parents because she has a narcissistic mom, so she probably just clinging to another piece of
yeah,
shit. Like her mom's a piece of shit. She gave that girl
her
no
mom like
self.
would not let them eat food.
Yeah, like constantly ragging on her fucking physical appearance every single time that she was near her, pushing her into modeling. Like, yeah, no wonder she clung on to a dude that said, "I feel nothing for my child." Like, yeah, I can kind of see why she was kind of made for a dude like that, and for Zayn.
That's
He beat the shit out of her.
right. And him saying he feels nothing for his kid, like that's still more than Yolanda felt for her. So I think she was like, oh, he's a great dad.
Oh yeah, I mean, at least Bradley would think to feed her.
She can have more than an almond or 3 almonds, I think it was that Yolanda let her have.
Yeah, just suck on the almond and spit it out. I don't want you to.
No calories, not today. So I don't know. I mean, what's your opinion on Bradley Cooper's acting ability? Like, I feel like he got propelled into stardom from like some type of cronyism because it's giving Nick Cannon. Like, how did Nick Cannon get famous? I don't know.
I think Bradley Cooper, he gives like Boat Boy or something. He did something to somebody to get his stardom because like he just stares blankly in the distance. And like when I hear stuff about him, maybe that's like a white people thing. They're just like, oh, his fantastic blue eyes. And I'm like, his pupils are blown the fuck out. Are they blue? Are they blue? I can't tell. All I see are pupil. Are they blue? I can't look at a picture of him. Can you see? Can you see that his eyes are blue? But yeah, no, I think that
I do.
he's like a yacht boy or something, and they got him. They're like, "Oh, I'll get you a good career if you do this," and that's how he got there. And then they like changed up his background story of him being from the rough and tough city of Philadelphia, which he's fucking not.
He probably blew Harvey Weinstein or like some equivalent.
Don't make me think of that.
My bad.
You.
So how long do you think things are gonna last with Gigi?
As long as he wants to. Honestly, when you find a girl that broken with a dude that fucked up, it's peanut butter and jelly. It can last forever. Unless she
That's a
like
good
wakes
point.
up or has like the self-awareness to think, wow, this is really fucked up. I don't want my daughter to walk in my footsteps. I doubt it. And I mean, she definitely has the
Yeah.
resources. She's
Yeah.
rich.
She can be with
So
anybody. Yeah.
I don't really have pity for her. She definitely can change this around, but I don't think she's going to. So they're probably going to roll this out until he gets bored or tired of her, or until she starts to show her age too much and he gets like an upgraded version. He trades in for a new model. Literally.
Damn. When I but when I was doing research for this, people were saying like, oh, like they're each other's person and Bradley Cooper's gonna propose. I'm like, why are people normalizing this shit? It just really pisses me off so much. It's not normal. Um, so you know how in A Star is Born, like he I don't think that he was a good singer. I think that they did a lot of studio magic, to help his voice on the soundtrack, but I saw him sing with Lady Gaga. I think they performed at the Oscars or something. And I was like, again, Lady Gaga is a great singer. She's a fabulous singer. He is just kind of there. And
Definitely
I'm
there.
like, I'm like, he was great at playing like a fucks up, junkie, alcoholic piece of shit. And so I'm just like, how does he keep getting roles? What's the appeal? I'm sorry. I just could not for the life of me figure it out.
The only scene that stood out to me that was convincing is when he crushed that pill with his like cowboy boot. Then he snorted it. I'm like, well, that's acting. But when he was on stage with her, there was like no chemistry. He was just like looking at her with those
Right.
1,000-yard stare eyes that were not
There were
quite
rumors
blue.
they were
Could
dating.
only see pupil, but yeah.
There were rumors that they were dating, and Lady Gaga was like, "No, I'm not fucking dating him." She's like, "It was acting. Get over it, people." I was like, "Damn, she really went hard to deny."
I love Lady Gaga. She was just like, no, that's actually what acting is. Sorry that you actually have seen an actor before. Like, yeah, actually
I do really love Lady Gaga.
care. Yeah, no, that was bad. They could have had like, I feel like 10 different men that could have played that role that would have been better, that actually had like a good voice.
Thank you, thank you. So many options. They could have picked any
And that's
singer.
why it flopped. Bradley made that movie flop.
Did it flop? I didn't even realize. I thought it was popular.
It didn't have lasting quality. Nobody brings up a fucking Star is Born unless they want to talk
Oh, that's a
about,
good point.
hey, do you know what movie Lady Gaga played in? Oh, A Star is Born? Yeah. You want to put it on? No. Okay.
Oh man, they could have picked anybody, but yeah, they picked fucking Bradley Cooper. I tried to make a rating scale. Do you want to read
Yeah, I see that.
it? Good habit.
So we have the rating scale. 1, which is the worst, is smashing your head into concrete multiple times on purpose to prove that you're a hard, rough and tumble kid from the city of Philadelphia. When you're not. You're a spoiled rich kid from fucking Abington that probably puts
Oh,
fucking cheese whiz on your cheesesteaks.
oh
You go to
god.
Geno's, you little bitch. Um, and 5 is saying your kid is an asshole and that you wouldn't die if someone came in with a gun.
I was like, is that worse than smashing your head? I'm like, nah, no, I think just
That's
saying your kid might be an asshole.
and again, this is why I said I resent that this man is claiming Philadelphia, because what Philadelphian would say, oh, somebody's coming in the room with a gun. I'm perfectly fine with that. What? You know how common Philadelphian interaction that is? Get active. You wouldn't just stand there and take that. That's a daily going to the supermarket thing.
You could tell he never experienced it to think
I
that,
want to
to
make him
say that.
experience it.
Oh shit. I would say I think he's probably like, I don't know, maybe like a 4. Because he's not evil, but he really should not have said that. And the fact that like revealed his innermost thoughts about how he feels about his one child, his one kid. That's what he said about her. That was really fucked up. Maybe like a 3.5.
I give him 3, which is Jenkintown, Pennsylvania. Um, if you know, you know. That speaks for itself. Ew.
Jenkins.
Not evil. Not evil. You probably won't step on a needle, but ew. You're not going to go there on purpose. Probably ended up there by accident, and you're probably not going to leave. Ew.
Oh shit, you're gonna be out alive. You know, I forgot to say what my thing is. So 3.5, which is dating a girl who's 20 years your junior and acting like that's okay.
Sorry,
Man,
I'm looking
fuck
up the
Bradley
crime
Cooper.
statistics for Jenkintown.
I had Bradley Cooper running around committing crimes in the night. But Bradley Cooper, we hate you. How about that? How about you?
Yeah,
Keep
fuck
that
you,
in your back
Bradley
pocket.
Cooper. And why don't you
You
claim
Brad.
freaking Jenkintown? Claim Montgomery County. Claim Montco. Don't claim Philadelphia. You're not from here. Because the next time that you claim Philadelphia, I'm going to drag you to K&A. Or I'm going to drag you to the nearest South Philadelphian Italian bar. I'm going to throw you in there with the Guidos. And they're going to be like, hey, who's the fuck this guy? And then they're going to beat you to death. And that's going to be worse than a concrete wall.
This time it'll really get you. I'm
Yeah,
not just gonna get away with stitches.
they're gonna pour Sunday gravy down your throat.
Oh man. It's hot steaming marinara.
Sorry,
Did you
it's
know
kind of
that
getting
Bradley Cooper was in Failure to
BDSM.
Launch? That's Philly BDSM.
Pouring marinara sauce down your throat and holding you down. Yeah.
Happy Sunday, bitch. Welcome to Philly.
Oh, I think I'm
Oh
about to take
man.
it to South Philly. Mm.
So that was our episode, guys. Thank you for listening. And as usual, where can I follow us, Dee?
You can follow us at WHY as in Y Baby Daddy Pod on X, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Instagram is usually where we are on because it's most active. TikTok's kind of
Yeah,
strange.
and now we've started clarifying who you're talking to because we realized people will probably get confused. so you should hit us up there. We like to talk. Come on the show. Come be a guest. Come have fun. Come talk shit about your baby daddy. And leave a review. If you haven't already, just leave us a review. And that being said, guys, thanks for listening. Have a great week. Bye.
Toodles.